time for Blade 3. We were all excited. We're not excited now.
No, I'm excited. I am
Okay.
very excited to talk about this movie.
Here we are, Taped Crusaders. I'm your co-host, Mike Allen. As always, I'm joined by...
Joshua Mervell, Blade Trinity, guys. Oh.
And Champion, you said you were excited about this movie.
I was.
You were more excited than...
And?
I was. Leading into it, a lot of people were saying that this was not the best one by a long shot, but one of the more entertaining ones by a long shot.
Neither.
I was not entertained.
Okay, but guess what? That's okay because we have a very special guest today. First time ever on our podcast. Do you have a superhero name or is it just Colin?
It's just Colin at the moment.
Okay.
I'm still kind of thinking on one.
We're working on it. Okay.
Well, we think you're super. We think you're super.
Yes.
Okay, so why were you so insistent on reviewing this movie? Is it one of your favorites?
It is not one of my favorites.
Okay.
It's
dog soldiers all over again.
Exactly.
We're having at me.
It's in the series, so I'm just like, okay, we need to finish it off, and I want to show people how
you were pretty
great
pumped.
it
You were
is.
pretty pumped about the first two as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
First
absolutely.
in line for those.
So, we should say, as we all know, Blade is one of the first official Marvel movies, right? We were shockingly surprised how much we enjoyed Blade 1. And then Blade 2, we were shockingly surprised that it was not as good as Blade 1. Despite what other people think, we like Blade 1 better, I think, right?
I think we liked Blade 1 a little bit better, but Blade 2 still very good.
Still good.
Very good, yeah.
And so we were super hyped for Blade 3 or Blade Trinity. And then we saw the trailer and we were really hyped. And then we saw the movie and there's something clearly wrong with this movie.
Oh, there's a lot
And there's
wrong.
a reason it didn't do as well, okay? So first we have to say David Goyer of Batman Begins and Dark Knight fame.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I was so excited.
Right.
So David, I know that guy's name, but I don't know anything about comic
But he
books.
also wrote Blade 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So he's written many comic book movies.
I don't remember if I knew that, but
So he's like the main man, and this is his first actual directing job. But it's not just the directing; it's the writing. There's something not right. There's something wrong with the acting. Josh, do you have any inside scoop?
Well,
Do
there's
you
a
know?
lot of drama
Yeah?
behind the scenes in this movie. I don't know. I don't know if you guys know about
Do you know
any
what
of
this is, Ian?
There's a lot.
well, it had been hinted at.
Okay.
I had forgotten about that aspect of things as I'm watching the movie. Now that we're here talking about it again, there was a lot that was wrong on set.
Yeah,
you can tell.
something was
You
wrong.
can tell. Like
So-
nobody wants to look at each other in this movie.
So during the filming of this movie, the IRS started poking around.
As they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Wesley was hadn't paid his taxes. I don't think ever.
Yeah.
And
Well,
so he was
this
being
is-
investigated during the filming of this movie.
So this is personal IRS stuff. This isn't like the production was being investigated.
No, personal IRS stuff.
Okay.
So I think for a lot of the movie, he was very frustrated, had a lot of anxiety. He spent most of his time in the trailer, like smoking and just like chilling and not wanting to go to set. He famously did not like Ryan Reynolds in this movie.
You'd
and
think?
Did not want to do any scenes with him at all. And then it just kind of like kept building up and getting worse and worse and worse. At one point, he was beefing with the director, David S. Goyer, and they were talking about like replacing one another. And how like Wesley was like, I think I'm gonna go to the studio and I'm gonna make sure that we get a new director in here. We're gonna make sure that you're fired. And he was like kind of chirping back, like, well, you won't film with anybody. You're not doing any scenes, and we already have all of your cutaways, so we actually don't even need you on set. Because there's nothing left for you to do at this point, because like you won't film with anybody. You're in your trailer.
Right.
And there was just like this really crazy back and forth between them. At that point, I think there's like a bunch of different like weird rumors, and
Yeah.
like
So
half
Colin-
truths.
Wesley Snipes also saying that racism. There was a lot of race. He said he was racist.
Right.
There's a few things about that.
There was a story.
Who was racist? Goyer or
David S. Goyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Was there any
saying he was
specifics?
racist.
So there was a specific thing that I remember.
Okay.
There apparently the costume designers allowed the group what did they call them, like the ghoul smashers or whatever,
something,
Night
the Night
Stalkers.
Stalkers.
Night
Night
Stalkers.
Stalkers, yeah. They allowed them
The Care
to
Bears?
wear their own clothing to set.
Okay.
And I don't know if you noticed, actually, Patton Oswalt wore a Fantastic Four shirt
Okay, I didn't notice that.
in one of the
Okay.
things. Anyways, the black man on the crew, the tech, one of the tech
Sure.
guys, he apparently wore a shirt that said something weird on it, like garbage or something,
Yeah.
whatever. He wore his own shirt, and Wesley Snipes flipped out, saying like, how could you dress the only black man on set like this or whatever? And there was like a huge misunderstanding.
Sure.
And yeah.
Okay,
There's just a lot of stuff going
is
on.
this also is this not the movie where where Wesley Snipes would leave notes for
Sticky notes,
Yes.
yeah.
sticky notes
To the director.
to the director signed Blade.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
yeah, right? That's this movie. Yeah. So like Daniel Day-Lewis, Wesley Snipes stayed in character for the entire duration of the shoot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan
Could,
Reynolds
could,
also.
could David S. Goyer be a secret vampire, and that's why?
Maybe.
Could be.
Right,
Maybe
maybe that's
You know what's funny? I'm pretty sure we talked about this on the first 2 episodes of Blade. That we're like, he's just Blade.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
he's
Yeah.
and he's
no, listen.
not
here's the
Wesley
thing.
Snipes.
Okay. We tend to tell the same stories over and over again. But are you familiar with the movie Shadow the Vampire?
No.
No.
Shadow the Vampire is a movie made about the Nosferatu, the original Nosferatu.
yes.
Okay.
And in Nosferatu, in this movie Shadow the Vampire, Willem Dafoe plays Max Schreck, the actor who plays
But he's
Nosferatu.
an actual.
And then by the way, then Willem Dafoe plays Van Helsing kind of in the new Nosferatu. But in this movie, he plays Nosferatu. But in the movie, the premise is that he is an actual vampire. So it's obviously fictional.
Yeah.
But one day they're gonna make a movie about the making of Blade 3. And we're gonna find out David S. Goyer is trying to hunt Wesley Snipes as an actual vampire. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds famously also quoted that he had never met Wesley Snipes while filming this movie. He had only ever met Blade.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And there's also the quote that he says in the movie, he doesn't like me, does he?
Yeah.
And you got to wonder if that's in the script or if that's just
That's what I
Ryan
was
Reynolds being
wondering.
like,
Right.
Yeah.
So I first saw this maybe 10 years ago. It was late. I saw it late, but this made me really like Ryan Reynolds. But when I saw it again today, I'm sitting here rubbing my hands together like, here we go, Ryan Reynolds. And then he's delivering all these jokes that I thought were funny, but he's delivering them to a wall. It's like he says something funny, and then it cuts to Wesley Snipes sneering and posing, and then Jessica Biel's just standing there, and then the camera just cuts, and it's just like awkward, right? Did you feel that too, Colin?
Yes, 100%. There's a
So,
lot of awkwardness.
Yeah, it just like it's like the jokes had nothing to bounce off, right?
No.
oh, because Wesley Snipes probably wasn't there when he made the jokes.
Right.
So that's what you were saying.
Yeah, he for the most part wouldn't show up to set, so
I love it.
and
I
wouldn't
love it.
act with the other actors. So they use a lot of body doubles for him.
Okay.
So the first half of this movie, when they're all like introducing the characters to each other, we're pretty much just seeing the back of Blade's head, and that's because it's not Wesley Snipes on set. And
I was wondering why we're getting such a good look at the tattoos on the back of his neck.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
because that's not him.
Yeah.
And kind of going off of the Ryan Reynolds like one-liners, how they feel like he's saying them to a wall. So originally in the script, he was supposed to say a line, and then it was supposed to cut to Blade, and he was supposed to say his line, and then that was it. But they got so used to filming without Wesley Snipes on set that Ryan Reynolds at the point where they were supposed to cut away, would just say a quip because he knew it was going to get cut.
Oh,
and then the director's like, "This is gold.
This is funny.
Keep doing it. Like, just keep ad-libbing."
Well,
so a lot of Ryan Reynolds stuff in this apparently is all.
I believe it.
Yeah, I do.
Because here's the thing: is that I'm watching this movie, and I'm thinking, I love Ryan Reynolds, like his comedy, and I'm thinking, if you were to take that out of this movie, what would you have? You'd have this bland, schlocky action movie with almost no life to it. Yeah. Ryan Reynolds was the only one, to me, bringing any life to it. Like, what's his name? Chris Christopherson. He's killed in the first. He's killed again in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
After delivering a handful of the most wooden lines you're ever going to hear.
You're totally right.
It's absolutely terrible.
Second only to his typing acting.
Right.
But then we're subjected to those lines over and over again as we keep flashing back to this 5 minutes of terrible delivery.
It's 3 lines. You're right.
Oh man.
And then Jessica Biel. Okay, she looks great, but she doesn't do much.
No,
she doesn't bring anything to the movie.
She brings some tears.
Yeah, she brings some tears, and then
she does a good cry.
What's that?
She does a good cry.
She does a good cry. And then Natasha Lyonne, or whatever her name is, who we all know from
American Pie.
But what is she in now? That TV show?
Orange is the New Black.
She's in everything. Yeah. But in this, she doesn't really do much. And then we were kind of pointing out earlier, we don't even know she's blind until like halfway through the movie. Like, they kind of don't really establish it.
They do it so quickly.
Yeah.
When just introduce that.
But yeah, so we have a bunch of, and I here's the thing: when they introduced themselves as the Night Stalkers, I was like, this is like an episode of Arrow, because it's on that cusp of like, okay, are we doing the superhero thing? Or are we not? Are we gonna call ourselves the Night Stalkers? Right?
Yeah, it's weird because a big problem I had with this movie is their need to like update it and make it cool for the 2000s. Of course. 2004 is real cool. So like Dracula can't be Dracula. He has to be Drake.
No, stop.
So awful.
Holy shit.
But I feel like the Night Stalkers is the one thing in this movie where I wouldn't have minded if it was like Patton Oswalt's character, like, we're the Night Stalkers, and everybody's like, no, come on. Well, you know what I mean? Like, it's the one thing that sounds so stupid, like genuinely does not work in this movie, and they left it in for some reason. Like, I don't know why they did that.
Okay, I nominate the actor who played Dracula as the worst actor to ever play Dracula in the 200 to 300 films I've ever seen about Dracula. What do you think?
My God. I mean, the only reason I knew who the hell that was is because 500 years ago, I was dating a girl that made me watch Prison Break. Right. So I'm like, oh, that's the fucking clown from Prison Break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to take him seriously as this, as the leader of the undead. He's like, No, I could not take. He's fucking. He's Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters too.
He's Chris Angel.
He's any number of terrible, like, take me seriously. No, I'm not going to take you seriously because look at how you're dressed.
Clown.
And that scene where he's walking in slow motion, where everyone in the city's whipping past him.
Oh my God, we were all laughing at that. It was ridiculous.
The scene in the Dracula store.
Okay, first of all,
why is this in the movie?
Why is it? Yeah. What's the point of it?
Well, okay. But the impression I was getting is that they said he was asleep. So I get what they were trying to do. Like, oh, he's been asleep for 500 years, and he wants to see how his legend has, manifested itself in pop culture. But they didn't develop it enough.
No. Not at all.
So it's like they could have, but they didn't. Everything was half-baked, right?
Yeah, I think the way that they introduce him, too, is he's been sleeping for thousands of years or whatever, right? And they bring him from this tomb, and then they bring him. He's in this like vampire laboratory, and then he's like drinking blood to come back, and then all of a sudden he's just like walking around. Like it's disconnected. If he had awoken himself and was like fish out of water style, like trying to get his bearings in the city or whatever, it would make sense and it would fit. But it's so weirdly shoehorned in.
Well, I mean, it's awkward because like everything is kind of shoehorned in, right? Even like the fact that Triple H is in this movie. Yeah. I mean, okay, it's fine that he's there, but he didn't really do anything. Like, what do you think?
No, his lines were bad.
Yeah,
they
right?
were just really bad.
Right.
And the whole silver fangs and
Pointless.
Yeah, no.
And
Why
then
were his fangs silver? Isn't
I don't
that
know.
what kills
To be
the
like
vampire?
cool.
Isn't that what kills
it's cool.
the vampires?
It's cool.
It
Why he put that in
I guess
silver
as long as it
bullets.
doesn't penetrate his blood, maybe. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe.
I don't know.
It's
They
stupid.
wanted to make
It's
him
dumb.
unique. They wanted to make him unique.
Sure.
So okay, there's one other. Okay, we've kind of like been talking with the actors, which we normally do like one by one, but we might as well talk about one more character because we're running down them all. Parker Posey. Is everyone familiar with Parker Posey? She's actually one of my favorite actresses. You know who she is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she was good in this, but in the movie's bad, but she's good.
She
So
wasn't good though.
But
like all she did was
yeah, I know.
I'm a vampire.
So awkward
I know.
in that look. Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. I'm not gonna blame her. I'm not. I'm gonna blame David S. Goyer, 100%, because he must have told her to act that way. Because everyone else acted that way. Drake acted that way. You know what I mean?
Stop calling him that.
Like, I don't know. And the thing is in the first Blade movie, Wesley Snipes took himself very seriously, and so did Chris Christopherson. But it was balanced out by the real people, like the normal people in the movie. Plus, it's like the movie knew that they were a little bit cheesy.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't know it's cheesy, so it doesn't know what
Yeah.
to do, right?
Exactly.
That's a great point. That's a great point. The other two Blade movies, they know exactly what they are.
Right.
This movie thinks that it's some sort of genius combination of Alien and The Matrix,
Right,
and it falls
right.
flat like
Right,
or
right.
Aliens because there's a little girl hiding in a thing at some point.
right,
but
right.
It falls flat everywhere. Like it wants to be what it's not,
Right.
and
Yeah.
there's no authenticity there.
That's a good point. Yeah,
It's-
and I could feel like, I mean, there were so many moments in this movie, like when we saw the trailer and Blade is like, flipping through the Miramax logo, we were all laughing,
my
and I was
God.
waiting. Like, it's almost like this movie wanted to hit that level, but it never did. Like at the beginning of the movie when he shows up, and then all of a sudden he jumps into the truck. With Whistler or whatever, and then all of a sudden he's in his car and it spins around. It just feels like I know what it wants to do, but it doesn't quite hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a lot of that.
it's a
Yeah.
lot of that in this movie.
Those moments kind of made me feel like it wanted to be Blade and Batman '89 at the same time.
Sure.
There was never any moments like that. I feel like in the first two where it felt like a suit up moment, like
Yeah.
this is where the new action figure is going to come in.
Sure.
Like
There was
just
a
lot of
there was a
moments
suit up
like
moment
that.
in this though, but it was
No,
like
no, that's what I mean.
yeah, it was like 11 minutes long, and you're like, what are they doing? Like they're still suiting up, right? Didn't you feel that?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
the little girl was taken at this point, and she's like, "Well, I better practice
that
a little
was
bit and like
yeah,
take me
that
down." I'm
was
like,
so awkward.
I don't know.
I'm going
Hide
to
in
shoot
events.
faster and faster arrows,
Yeah,
and that's going to be
yeah.
interesting.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
I think a big problem with this movie too is there's no like reason for them to do things besides the script needs them to do it. Like how do they know where the bad guys are at the end of the movie?
Okay,
How do they know? Like,
why don't we go back to the beginning? The fact that so Blade gets what's it called, like tricked into
Right.
killing a normal,
which is this
a normal person. He gets filmed by Parker Posey 100 feet away, so that exposes him all over the news. And then 2 seconds later, the FBI comes into his headquarters. I don't know how they know he's there.
they followed Whistler, but I don't even know how they know Whistler.
Right.
Like
right.
it
Good
doesn't
point,
make any
good
sense. Like
point.
that's what I mean. Things happen because the scripts it says it happens.
They could have just added in scenes of the FBI investigating it or something.
Yeah.
Or following clues, right? But yeah, it's like, okay, we know we have to have an action scene, so we're just going to put it in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't quite make sense, right? So I don't know what happened. It's the same writer. David S. Goyer wrote Blade 1
Mm-hmm.
and Blade 2. And so what happened here? We don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we can go through the entire like the whole movie event by event and say the same thing. Like, how did they know this was happening? How did Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel know that Wesley Snipes was being held in that room?
And how did they get in there?
And
It was just, I know what you're saying. It was written backwards. Like, we know we have to have Ryan Reynolds smash through the glass, so let's just put it in there.
I guess he just smashes
Figured it out later, but it doesn't make any sense.
As I'm thinking, like, what can I add to this particular conversation? And I'm coming up with stuff. It's like, why is Drake pretending to be Whistler in front of the blind lady? Like, not like...
That's a great point. It makes no sense. Oh my god!
It doesn't even make any sense that he pretends to be Whistler in front of the people that know he fucking died.
Yeah,
it's not like he needed to like sneak in somewhere.
You're right.
He walks up and kills them all immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the only time there's a bit of a gotcha is when he's the king is in the hospital bed or whatever. He's like, "Oh, I thought you were dead," and then he squeezes his face and kidnaps him. Wouldn't it be more, I don't know, confusing to him if he pretended to be Parker Posey instead?
Right.
Hey, I've got a question.
Or Blade.
Or anyone else who's alive.
I've got a question.
Maybe the little kid.
How did Drake know what Whistler looked like? Because he exploded before Drake woke up from his tomb.
That's an excellent point. How did Drake know that they were there?
I was going to bring that up.
Do you have any other points, Colin, you'd like to bring up? How many times have you seen this movie?
I've seen a couple times.
Yeah?
There is actually an extreme cut.
Okay.
Extra 10 minutes long.
Tell us about, did we watch the extreme cut or the theatrical cut?
That's just the theatrical cut.
Oh, so what's the extreme cut?
The extreme version has almost 10 minutes of more scenes. And the one scene that stands out to me that I particularly remember, it's a random scene, is a werewolf scene where Abigail and Hannibal are hunting werewolves.
Son of a gun.
And I remember that. I'm like, when all of a sudden did all these werewolves come in?
I know we're watching.
They did not mention one thing about fucking werewolves.
You know what? And that's funny because there's a line in this movie that stuck out to me. When Patton Oswalt is talking about the gun where you can put whatever you want in there, he talks about putting wooden stakes in the gun. And I'm like, it's not a vampire thing. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
There's also another one where Drake you could see him, you know how he talks about the crucifixion, how he's seen the crucifixion?
Sure.
Show the scene he's actually watching the crucifixion. It's an extra scene.
Oh.
Where you can see him like looking at Jesus being crucified.
I can't believe we missed that.
I mean, Ian,
I would love to see that.
We could watch it next week. But,
sure. Well, maybe
get
just
that extra 10
maybe
minutes.
Just the deleted scenes.
Sure.
So I'd love to see the guy from Prison Break hanging out and watching the crucifixion.
You know what? That's actually something I'd like to bring up too. There are some actors that can look like they're from like ancient times.
Yes.
And some actors that do not.
Cannot. And this guy's not.
He does not. He looks like he's from 2004 because he is. Mm-hmm. And they don't do anything in this movie to make him look like this ancient vampire.
Good point.
He just looks like a dude. He looks like Chris Angel.
You know what else? I know. And that's also, to be honest, I don't want to sidetrack. That's also why Interview with the Vampire never worked, because Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt look like they're from 1995 or whatever year that movie was made, not, from the 1800s or whatever. Yeah, it doesn't work. You're right. He looks 2005. Yeah, 100%. What a way to go out with this franchise, folks? I don't know. It's kind of sad. I mean, I appreciate they brought in the Night Stalkers because that was like a 90s spin-off comic. Hannibal King is from the 70s comics, so that's cool. Jessica Biel's character, what was she called again?
She was Abigail Whistler.
So I think she's from the comics, right?
Yes.
Do you know? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I appreciate that, right? But other than that...
Well, it's good to hear that these are actually canon characters, because I thought they were just throwing people out there that this isn't a thing. And they kind of kept doing that too. Like, 3/4 of the way through the movie, we're introduced to yet another character. Oh, he's good. He's one of us. He's the driver for this new thing we're going to do. But then we meet him and he's talking about stuff. I'm like, why are we meeting him now?
Right. Yes.
I already don't know who half of these people are.
Yeah. Also, we should point out here's a comic fact for you. Blade is a spin-off, technically, of the Tomb of Dracula comic book. Tomb of Dracula is the Marvel version of Dracula. Like Marvel has Werewolf by Night, Spawn of Frankenstein, I think, and Tomb of Dracula. And Tomb of Dracula was pretty critically acclaimed and respected. Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan did it in the 70s or whatever. This Dracula looks nothing like the Tomb of Dracula. The Tomb of Dracula. Dracula looks like Dracula. He has a cape, a cloak. He looks cool, you know. He looks kind of mystical. He looks old. He looks like almost like Jack Palance in that 70s version of Dracula.
Does he leave his shirt unbuttoned?
Never. This Dracula does not look anything like that Dracula. So even if that's what they were going for, they didn't do it right? So I don't know. Just something to think about.
Oh man. And the movie needed something like that. I feel like if they had casted somebody that looked like Dracula and they had him in a costume that felt like Dracula,
yeah,
I think it would
work
a little bit better. I think that the villain would make a little bit more sense.
I think they were trying to kind of make him goth, I guess, in a little bit, in a way.
Yeah.
I don't mind them.
Kind of.
Okay, I don't mind them reimagining Dracula, but this did not work. I don't think. I think we all agree
it's a bad sign that when he has his big reveal, right? He's in that room and Parker Posey goes in. It's like, oh, he let us, free him. I'm just going in, and he's this vicious creature, and he looks up. And then he turns into the Prison Break guy, and the entire room bursts into laughter.
I know.
Yeah.
Does not bode well for your movie. Does not bode well for your villain.
Yeah, you're totally
and
right.
every time he tried to do something, anytime the movie tried to do anything serious, we're all laughing.
I know.
Every
You're
single
right.
time.
You're totally right.
This movie needed something serious in it in order for us to take it even a fraction of as seriously as it took itself.
That's a good point. That's a very
yeah,
good point.
I mean the actors didn't even take this movie seriously.
I even found the fight scenes were toned down from Blade 1 and Blade 2.
Yeah, totally.
I just thought that it looked like they took the budget down.
Yeah.
There's a few scenes I'm like, it looks off. It doesn't look right.
Well, go ahead, Ian.
I'm just agreeing, like especially when it comes to the explosions of the vampires.
Yeah.
It was very, very repetitive.
Yep.
You're seeing a lot of this stuff from the same angle, which leads me to believe that these are the same shots that they're compositing in different places.
So this was apparently his first time directing, David S. Goyer, and I felt that it felt like he was not confident about how to shoot a scene, so he would he would stage an actor, like you said, I'm going to show him from this angle and then cut to that angle, and then, oh shit, I only have this angle, so I'm going to cut back to it and cut back to it again. And like you said, I feel like they were repeating the same shots over and over again, and it's just lack of coverage and lack of experience, I think.
And I think it leaned a little bit too heavily on very tight close-ups as well.
Yes, I noticed that too.
And a lot of, I don't know how to make this atmospheric, so I'm just going to flash the lights.
You're totally right. Right. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say certain jokes didn't land well, I found too.
That's for sure.
The whole jokes of Hannibal, Ryan Reynolds talking the dick jokes. Some of them I'm like, okay.
Right.
Talking about...
That's what I mean. Is like we talked about
I ate a lot
how...
of garlic and I just farted.
Yeah. It was like... Not only was Wesley Snipes not even on set, but even when the other actors like Triple H and Parker Posey and whoever, even though they're standing in the room, it's like they're not reacting. And it's partly what Ian said. The camera is always so close that... So, okay, we're going to film Ryan Reynolds. And now we're going to film Parker Posey. And then we're going to film Triple H. But it doesn't match.
I also wonder, too, if that... has to do with like the ad-libbing of it as well, because if it wasn't planned,
Exactly.
That's great, okay, let's move on. Like, no, you need to shoot them reacting to that now.
Exactly.
It's like, we have all this funny stuff, let's just keep it in. I know it doesn't really make any sense or fit, but
like ideally they would have the camera far back and have him saying his lines and kind of making them actually laugh,
right?
And then at least interacting with them, and even if they're trying to be serious and he's being a smartass, it's part of the realism. Is they're kind of laughing but also punching him in the face, right? Like, right?
And like you were saying, it's like he's talking to a wall.
Right.
The whole time it looks like he's talking to a wall. He's not even talking to anybody.
Right. It's disconnected.
You know, that's so interesting. Okay, I think. So people after this movie kind of campaigned for Ryan Reynolds to be Deadpool.
Sure.
Because he kind of acts like Deadpool and jokes and has this like fourth wall break kind of feel to him in this movie, and that's because the person that he is telling the jokes to is you.
Josh.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's the people watching the movie that he's telling the jokes to.
Right.
And it feels so fourth wall breaking in this movie because nobody around him is reacting. It doesn't matter.
Right.
He's
I never thought
he's
of
just
that.
saying
I never
bits
thought of
because
that.
it's funny and they're keeping it in the movie.
But it's not a matter of that being the intent. It's like the jokes are for us
Yeah.
because there's nobody else to hear them.
Exactly.
Right.
Totally.
Right? It's not intentional. It's
Nobody
just,
else is
He
around.
accidentally created Deadpool.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
kind
Like
of.
we are that guy at the bar when nobody else is around except for that one guy
Yeah.
who's making jokes that you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And we just have to kind of sit here for 2 hours and
Yeah. yes. Oh my God. Yeah. Josh, you just discovered the secret origin of Deadpool right there. Wow. That's amazing.
Never thought of it until
yeah.
now.
That's
Yeah.
a good point, though. But I seriously, I mean, I first saw Ryan Reynolds, and I think it was Van Wilder. I remember thinking, oh my God, this movie sucks, but he's a combination of Chevy Chase and Will Ferrell. And this was like 2000. And then he went on to be Hannibal
Yeah.
King. And then
Hannibal King, of
Deadpool,
course.
right? So yeah, maybe I was
And
right.
can't forget he was in the Amityville Horror too.
Oh my God,
in
I saw that.
2005.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. Did you?
No.
It was terrible. It was
Yes.
terrible. Okay, so is there anything we haven't covered yet, Colin? Is there anything more from the extreme cut we should discuss?
So there is one more scene that I
Okay.
think of is when Ryan Reynolds kicks Triple H, the teeth go flying out, and there's actually a scene where it almost flies out to the camera.
Okay. So, okay, in this movie, he's picking up his teeth.
Yes.
But I didn't notice him kick them out. Was that in there?
It's like so quick though.
Yeah, the
Okay,
extreme cut kind of
okay.
extended a little bit more where you can see the teeth actually come out.
Was it in 3D?
I guess it could have been.
Could have been,
at
yeah.
the time.
Blade 3D. Interesting. Okay, so the extreme cut. Interesting. Well, yeah, I would like to see those extra scenes, but I don't think it's going to make the movie any better.
No, it didn't do anything different really.
Okay.
And then they had an extra 10 seconds of fights.
Ooh, we
They
gotta watch
added-
that.
Oh, a couple
Yeah,
extra
near
punches.
the end,
Okay.
a couple
Yeah.
extra punches and a couple extra kicks, and it was Wesley Snipes for an extra about 10 seconds.
Okay,
and then it goes right back to just the regular.
Is there more techno music in it?
Yeah,
We need to watch the new
Yeah,
cut.
we need to watch it.
The soundtrack was decent.
It was okay. It was
Soundtrack was decent.
fine.
Although the soundtrack and the movie were at odds with each other.
Yeah, like also too they set up this bit which is really fun and it works in a lot of movies, but Jessica Biel is constantly loading up her iPod and listens to music
I know.
when
but-
she's fighting,
but
right?
it doesn't.
But what is she listening to? She's listening to the score of the movie.
I
She's
know.
not listening to songs.
It's not like-
you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's
It's
not ironic. I know.
generic techno
You're right.
that
You're
is
right.
playing over the
she
movie.
said it was like a constant. They said it was like a constant. She can concentrate or something. It helps her think.
Yeah.
But it's
straight
like
or something.
it feels like it's setting it up for a joke, but it's not. It's
It's
just
not setting it up for anything.
No.
Right.
No.
Because the music would be the same regardless of
You're
this.
totally right. You're totally
It doesn't. It doesn't hang on her playlist long enough for us to see what it
Exactly.
is.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's the thing is like Ryan Reynolds sets it up and then she hits play and you're thinking, oh, this is going to be funny.
Yeah.
And it's just not.
or not even funny, like cool.
Something.
Like
Something.
add like a different kind of genre of music
That's
or
the
something
thing,
to set
right.
it to, or like something that makes you
Right.
go, oh, this is different. This is
Yes.
kind of interesting. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
It's the same thing from Blade 1 and Blade 2.
Yeah.
Like I didn't notice a difference
Totally,
at all.
you're totally
And
right.
the techno
So-
music is pretty similar. Blade 1, 2, and,
Yeah,
and Trinity.
totally.
They're almost the same kind of techno.
Yeah.
I've come to
Because it's
realize
trying
that.
to be Matrix, right? Like
Oh, it's 100%
Wait,
trying
I
to
thought
be
that
Matrix.
Matrix was trying to be Blade. Remember, this was first.
oh, it was
Yeah.
first.
Not
Matrix-
this
Matrix was
Not
particular-
this one, but
Not
Matrix
I
was
mean,
1999.
This ripped
Yeah.
pages wholesale out of the Matrix. The whole
Yeah.
everyone hanging in a blood bag thing.
Yes.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
harvesting us for
Yeah.
blood.
That's true. That's true.
right out of
Yeah.
the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I will say though, it was one of the only scenes where I felt like I was in a movie.
You're right.
You know, like
Yeah.
I was
Because
like,
they pulled it
okay.
out of a better movie.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yeah. Oh
So-
man,
Was there supposed to be a Blade 4? Does anyone know?
I don't think so. I think
No?
this was supposed to be the farewell, right?
Okay.
It was supposed to be, but there was rumors.
Okay.
There was rumors, but it never happened.
Never happened.
Because Trinity didn't do well.
Now,
And they're like, no, I don't think we can do it.
are we aware that there was a Blade TV show? Did you know that?
Yes.
Yes, there was.
Spike
Not-
TV.
Not with Wesley Snipes, though, unfortunately. So there was a follow-up, and now there's going to be a remake, right? With, what's his name?
Mahershala Ali.
Right.
Yeah. And Wesley Snipes
5
did
years in the
return.
making. Yeah, and Wesley Snipes did return.
In
Deadpool
Deadpool
Wolverine.
3, yep.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Ian?
I did not know that. How did he and Ryan Reynolds get along?
Apparently, they
that. Oh my
squashed the beef.
No, but he was
came
great.
back.
He was
Yeah.
great.
He actually
And
made a joke in that movie about,
Yeah.
oh, are you still mad at me kind of thing?
Yeah.
It was.
They
You should
referenced
see
it.
it. You
Good,
should see it.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's fun.
go ahead.
Well, I before we sign off, there's
Yeah.
one thing where I feel like we need to talk about because it's like one of the most famous things from this movie.
Oh shit!
but
we
at
haven't
the
talked about it yet.
at the end of the movie, Blade dies, I guess, and then he's in the autopsy room
okay.
and he's laying on the bed. And they come over with the scalpel and the medical tools.
Yep.
He
And
kills everyone.
he opens his eyes and he kills everybody. Did you notice anything weird about that
That he killed a bunch of innocent people.
scene? No?
I'm trying to think.
So Wesley Snipes, in a fit of rage, refused to open his eyes and would just lay there for those shots. So they had to CGI eyes onto him to wake up.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
100%. So in that scene, when he wakes up, it's a poof, that's CGI eyeballs.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What-
Because he
why?
refused to open his eyes.
Why? Did he give a reason?
He was just fighting with the
Oh
director.
my
He's
God.
he's
Okay.
doing everything
can't
he
make me,
can
I'm not gonna do
So
it.
the
You
fight
can't
scene,
make me.
that whole fight scene obviously was the stunt double.
Must have been, yeah.
Wow.
Now that I think
okay.
about it, that
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Then.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That makes so much
And,
sense.
I don't know what to
and,
say.
and now I'm thinking of that scene where they've got Blade before Parker Posey and all the crew take him when he's tied up and they're just talking to him and he's just kind of.
Looking around, yeah.
Right. Like that's all CGI.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's all CGI or if
He's
that's just
refusing
like.
to look at the camera,
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
to the character.
He's just
Yeah,
looking
like
all
how
over, yeah.
much of that is footage that they used that they wanted to
Totally.
get something else out of him from, and he just refused to. I'm not going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's
I'm not
rewrite the
talking.
scene to use this.
Yeah.
Not talking.
Okay. So anyway, Blade Trinity. I think we've said all that we can say about this movie. I was super pumped for it. Yeah, but it disappointed for a good reason. Yikes.
Oh, man.
Many things went wrong with it. But we want to thank Colin for joining us.
Thank you,
Thank
Colin.
you.
Thank you.
Finally.
Thank you.
Yep. I hope you enjoyed the screening tonight.
It's always fun.
All right. I want to thank Champion for hosting movie night every
Yeah,
week.
yeah. This is
you.
one of the longest movies I've ever sat down to watch.
Yeah.
It felt every minute of its 2 and a.
Yeah, 2 hours and 3 minutes.
Oh my
Christ.
God. It should have been 90 minutes.
Unless you want to
Anyway.
watch the
Yeah.
extreme cut and get that extra 10 minutes in.
Right.
Fine. We'll reshoot. We'll rescreen it. Okay. Joshua Marvell,
Yeah.
where can you find our episodes?
Oh, that's a great question. You can find all of our stuff over on our website at comicbooksyndicate.com. Find all of our video format versions on our YouTube channel as well. So check us out there and watch Blade Trinity.
That's right. And until the next time, see you later.